Hey guys, welcome back. I'm getting ready to get this body work done on this hood and get it painted gunmetal gray, the satin finish. So basically what we're doing on this truck now, when I painted it, the clear was a little too shiny. So I told the guy, I said, hey, you know what? Let's just get everything painted in pieces, put the truck together, bring it to me together. I'll sand down the body, just the exterior, and we'll tape everything off, and we'll just do one or two more coats of color and a couple coats of a more of a matte finish clear, just to dull it up a little bit more. It was a little too shiny, so that's what our new plans are. So it's not a huge deal as I paint the rest of these parts, which I just have the hood left, you know, because the hood and fenders are all built into one, and then I have the bed and tailgate and rear wheel flares left to paint. Once I get all those done, then I'll have the truck come back here in one piece, and I will just scuff it down and do, like I said, a little bit more color just to make sure everything blends. And then I'll do a little bit of a couple coats of a matte finish clear. Okay, so anyways, I'm getting ready to do body work on this, and I want to get this done tonight so that it can sit, so that tomorrow I can get the body work finished up on this. This side had a crack right here, and there's air bubbles in the fiberglass. So what I did was I took my deburring tool and I ground it down in the edge here, and then I took my 36 grit flap disc and ground it out farther back. And if you look here, when I push on this hood with my thumb, that crack opens up right there. Okay, so we don't want that. Could I just wad some short strand fiberglass in there? Yeah, probably. Would it hold? Probably not. Once the hood starts vibrating and rubbing up against, you know, the body and stuff, it's probably going to want to crack. So I'm going to take a little bit of mesh, and we're going to take a little bit of fiberglass resin, and we are going to put a coat on that edge right there, that little bit, just to strengthen it up in hopes of stopping it from cracking. So we have some fiberglass resin here. I need to find some of the hardener for it. Thought I had some. Yeah, here's some. Okay, I got some the hardener for this. So I need to get a mixing cup. We're gonna mix up a little bit of that. I'm gonna cut a strip of this, and we're gonna put a little bit on there and let it dry. Okay, I think I got everything I need. I am gonna wear a pair of gloves because I'm gonna have to push on this mat to get it to set into place. I was originally gonna cut a piece of metal and use some panel bonding adhesive and put that in there, but I think this is gonna be a better end result. Plus the fiberglass should stick to the old fiberglass. Just want to see if this piece is too big or not. It's pretty good, actually. I don't know if I want to put one layer or two. I think one layer should be enough. It's just moving a tiny bit. I don't know. Let me cut two pieces. I guess better be safe than sorry. Okay, so we got some cloth cut. Let's mix up a little bit of resin. Now this, since I'm only mixing up a little bit, probably gonna put a little bit extra hardener than I normally would, but I'm just gonna kind of eyeball it. Normally you put, what is it? I forget how many it was, how many drops per ounces. I think it says on here somewhere. So they usually recommend quarter can of resin, use a quarter tube of hardener. Obviously that's a bigger tube of hardener. I have a smaller hardener right here. I had a mixing ratio at one point, but I don't use it enough to remember. 10 drops of hardener or 6 teaspoons of resin per quarter teaspoon of hardener. So it's, I don't know, it's almost like a 6-to-1 mix. But we're gonna use these cheap, I got these cheap paintbrushes that I buy. That's what we're gonna use to apply the mesh to the hood. So I'm just gonna kind of eyeball this. I guess a little bit extra hardener won't really hurt it. Too much could be a bad thing. But we're gonna get this stirred up real good here. Not gonna be a long video at all. I just wanted to get this done so it can dry tonight, so that tomorrow I can knock out the bodywork on this thing. Do a little bit of, probably a little bit of primer touch up, and then it'll be ready for paint. Once again, I don't have to go super crazy with the paint job. I am going to sand it down and reshoot the whole car one more time, truck, whatever you want to call it. So I think it's just going to turn out nicer that way, you know. Then I don't have to worry about my sheens matching from one panel to the next. We'll be able to just do a nice overall on the whole thing, mix everything at the same time, and everything should match perfectly. Should match perfectly. And I don't know what the heck is going on with this glove. I'm gonna have to go get another glove. That's like melted together. Okay. Let's go over there and get this done. Okay, so the first thing I like to do is brush some onto the hood. On there real good. I'm not worried if I get some on the primer. I'm going to sand it, so that really doesn't concern me. Now you could do this a couple different ways. You could take these and dip them into the resin, get them fully saturated, and then pull them out of the resin and put them on. But this is such a small area, I'm going to do it with just a paintbrush. And I'm just going to keep wetting it. That's the key, is you got to get it completely saturated with the resin. That's what bonds it and holds it all together. And your old resin, whatever you have left, do not throw it in your garbage can. Let it dry before you throw it away, because I've seen this stuff get hot and you don't want to cause a fire in your garbage can, you know, from it possibly getting too hot. So now we have the first layer on. We're just gonna pile it up with the second layer just to be safe. And what I'm probably gonna have to do when I do the bodywork to fix this area is I'm gonna have to probably kind of smooth it out like this and not grind a lot of this away. I don't wanna get rid of a lot of this. I wanna make sure it stays as thick as I can, especially in the corner, because I don't want it to be paper thin, because that's really not going to be doing it any good to be thin like that. And where I didn't sand, where it's on the primer, like I said, I'm not worried about that. I will sand that off completely. So that's all I need to do there, is just get these couple coats on here and get them drying. Usually this stuff will dry in a few hours. I like to let it set overnight. Biggest thing is try not to get air bubbles. And the reason why I'm doing this on the outside and not on the inside, because I don't know where this panel butts up in the truck. I don't know if like part of this hits up against something. So I don't want to go building it out on the inside and then it causing a problem, and then I got to grind it down anyway. So that's why I'm doing it on the outside, because I have not seen it put together, so I don't know what it looks like. All right, that's it. And I'll let that dry. So like I said, it was just a quick video on how I was gonna patch that corner that was screwed up. So if you guys are interested in seeing this hood getting painted this weekend, please like, subscribe, share, hit the thumbs up. I'd appreciate it. And we will get this painted this weekend. And then next week I'll get the bed, tailgate, and the rear fenders. We'll get those painted. And then in like a week or so, the whole truck will come here and we'll shoot it all in one shot. So, all right, guys, thanks for watching. I will talk to you guys later.